with Lisa, season 11, episode 11, and I'm really excited to be coming from the kitchen again. I'm just going to tilt my camera up just a smidge in a second. Less of the table, more of me. Okay, hang on a second. I do try to get all this done before I start, but sometimes it's not possible. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think I'm good. So this thing that I'm wearing, I ordered it online. It's long, and the one that they showed online looked really nice, but it looked like it had the pattern like through. This is just printed on material, which is fun. It still looks cool, but it looks like, to me, it feels like some kind of art smock, and it's not as cool with the inside being just plain. So tell me what you think. It just seems like a cheap, like a scam thing. So I'll try and find the original advertisement for it and put it in the, whatever it's called, comments, or when I get to it. So anyways, because I decided on, okay, a few things. I'm wearing different necklaces because I'm trying to get through all my necklaces for me and for, so that I don't, these are like little kids ones. I think they might have been my sister Tina's from when we were kids, but I'm just using different necklaces to go through, like if I, use it or lose it. If I own this stuff, I need to use it. So different outfit, different things. So I went out in the garden just before, which is one reason I'm late. Sorry about that. And I collected some flowers that would just be all like the rainbowy colors so that it went with what I'm wearing instead of having a houseplant here today. So also, I am having a guest today too. So when my guest is when my guest is watching, I will add them to, yes, very exciting. So again, thank you for joining, and I look forward to my guest being on here. It was, oh, hi, Ace. Okay, so Aislinn is my guest today, and I don't know who's watching yet, but if you're not watching now, I'm sure you'll catch up later. So Aislinn, so on the bottom, there's going to be a little picture with a square with a little person, and then a square in front of that person with another person inside of it. Do you see that? Can you click on that? Because it should, it's not showing me that I can add you yet. So you'll have to look in your settings to see what it requires. Yeah, okay, so look in your settings. I know Rachel just did this last week, but she's not on right now. So, but I know it's not having it say that I can add you as a guest. Let me see if I can. No, that doesn't really work. That just tells you that I'm watching. I mean, that just invites you to watch me. Okay, I will just babble for a little bit now while you try and figure out on why it's not letting me add you. It should be in your permissions for you to be able to use camera, and Jeff and I are working on this. Okay, so I'm just going to babble about some things and then let me know when you're ready. So, the weather's not been that great. It's been raining, but I've still been outside a little bit. Yesterday was a bit nicer, but I spent the day with Steve because Amy and James, actually they had separate weddings because they had 2 weddings on the same day. So we went and dropped Amy off with Jackson, our grandson, who's just over 4 months old, and at the wedding for a few hours. So me and Steve walked around Buxton. We waited, and then after a couple hours we went and picked Jackson up, brought him home back here, not to here, to Amy and James's house, and me and him babysat for the evening. So we had a lovely evening babysitting our grandson, and so this was yesterday's hair that is just in a ponytail today, so I didn't really redo it. I didn't even spritz it. you'll just have to bear with me. So I thought about doing like an artsy, if I had been doing more painting and stuff lately, which I don't, I just go in the garden. So I guess this is my art. This is like, the garden is my canvas. But yeah, this reminds me of like an artist thing. So I could have had an artist theme, but this is what you get. So yes, I got outside a bit today too. Now it's raining. If you hear like a drum beat in the background, that's the water leaking outside the door, like the rain hitting a plastic rain barrel thing. I don't even know what it's supposed to be like this week. I think it's supposed to be again in the teens and probably a little bit of sun, some rain. The garden looks great with all this rain, but I'm still kind of waiting for summer, but that's life in England. So I'm sure, like I've said before, that even in August, maybe, even in September, October, I'm going to get some nicer weather than you guys might get on the prairies in Alberta, Canada. But that's how our summer is. It's kind of a week here, a couple days there, and maybe another 5 days there, and that's our summer. Like, it's so totally spread out over like 5 months. Somewhere in there you'll get some nice days. But unfortunately today is, or like right now, is not the summer that I would love. But what can you do? Like I said, the garden's looking great. I have some different flowers in here. I can tell you what they are. This is buddleia. It's like a butterfly bush. It's almost a weed. It's not native to the UK, but it has colonized here, and they are breeding different ones that are like sterile or that you can get different colors. You can get it in pink as well, but I do like it, and you can get different purple tones too. So, and then if you deadhead it, it'll just keep coming back. They'll get smaller and smaller, but for the season, but they still will keep going. This is this one here. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. It's hiding behind the yellow. I'll add. It's like a chartreuse or like a fuchsia color. It is called purple loosestrife, and it's actually banned in Alberta, so you can't actually have this one in Alberta. I don't know if but yeah, I'll take a picture of it after. But it's from here naturally, so that's what this is. Evening primrose, these really bright yellow ones. So the flowers only open in the evening. So I'm lucky to have went out now and opened them. Even on a rainy day, they've actually opened. These are daylilies, so each day a new one opens. So this would be tomorrow's. I don't know if it'll open in a vase. We'll see. But I cut a few off. That is yesterday's. So it's called daylily because you only get one lily each day, but it keeps making new ones. So it's a great one. You guys can have those on the prairies. You might even have the same color as these. And then we have the, oh, you can't, I don't know if you can see them, but there's big pink hydrangeas. I'm going to bring Aislinn on right now, and then I'll keep talking. This is a hydrangea. It's called, why is it doing that? They can't join broadcasts. This is the same thing that happens with other people. It says that they want to join, and then it says approve, and it says they can't. There. Okay. So this hydrangea starts out really, it's called lime something lime, and it starts out like a lime green, and then it turns white, and then it turns pink. So it's really cool, especially in the autumn with the pink. Hi, Aislinn.
We did it. I had to do it on my phone. It wouldn't work from my computer. It didn't give me the option to join from my computer. So.
Oh, okay. Now, I don't know why I've had this before, and I don't know if it had to do with the fact that I was using headphones before, but you just sound super quiet.
Oh really?
Yeah, but it might be me because I can't turn my phone up anymore. So.
And I've got you turned up all the way on my end too.
Yeah, and I talk loud anyway. So, but I'll just try and listen. Bear with me if I say repeat. When I've had this problem in the past with the guest sounding quiet, it hasn't affected it once I post it. Everybody hears you well.
Okay.
So let me just, one more moment and then okay, so this is buddleia, but this is another buddleia that I bought. And it is, like, I wouldn't buy these ones because, like I said, they grow like weeds. So I just take cuttings if I like a color. But this one, because it's a variegated buddleia, it flowers white, but it hasn't flowered yet. But I love the leaves, so I took, and all of these that I've just cut tonight, I can put these into rocky soil and try and root them to make new plants. So I took a couple fern leaves, and I think that's all that I have in here. Oh, and I have one red rose. I have one like phlox in there. Oh, I have some tansy. That's a weed in Canada too, so you can grow that. And then right here, there's just like some, what's it called? Coxcomb. You get coxcomb, and this one. You guys get this as well as annuals. Like you buy it from the shop and put it in your pots, but my brain's not thinking what it is right now, but it might come to me or I'll tell you. But you can see this is a bit soggy because it's been raining out. So anyways, I think that is all the plants and flowers I did in there, but how quick and easy was that for me to just have something for the podcast? This is going to bug me now.
Michaela, say hi. You
Hello.
see what Michaela and I did something the other day. Come closer.
Oh yeah, I saw. Very cool. Matching.
I don't recommend it. It really hurt.
Aww.
A lot, but.
Well, Aurora is going to be 18 in September, but she has to go back for a second year of college. So even if she gets anything pierced, she won't be able to, because she's doing bakery and patisserie. So she can't have any like face jewelry and while she's cooking and stuff like that. So she wants to get it done, but I think she wants the nose, and I don't know if she wants there or she might want that. I don't know what she wants, but she was asking if she can get it now, even though she's not 18. But then it has a chance to heal a bit before she goes back to school. But I haven't talked to her dad about it. So, now it's like 1 month away till she goes back to school. So I don't know. I don't mind her doing it. She wears fake ones now anyways, and I don't care. But Steve's more of he doesn't get it.
Yeah, dads are a different breed, right?
Yeah. Yes, he is. I honestly, it's like I married my dad in a way. Like there's so many things that I'm like, he's great. I love him. You've met him. We're so much fun, totally in love. But sometimes he's just like that old man, like that dad. And you're just like, oh, okay, dad. Like,
yeah, I have one of those too. So
get off my lawn.
Just like sleepovers. He doesn't get sleepovers. My dad didn't either. I'm like, it's fun.
They are fun, right? I still like to have sleepovers once in a while.
If we lived near each other, we would have sleepovers.
100% with about 4 bottles of wine, right?
Well, I would have one glass and I would have enough, but you could have the other.
We'd be sleeping after 1 glass.
Yeah, that would be me. Let's see. Mike says, I thought I would sit further back today, but then that doesn't work for comments. But Mike Enders says, wow, how amazing to have a matching outfit to an array of flowers. Hashtag not only in Hawaii. Funny. I wish the volume was up. I don't know how to fix this, but again, it's me having to figure out my end of the technology.
And I don't think there's anything that I can do from my side either.
No, I don't think there is.
Yeah,
like I said, I've had it
everything
in the past, but let me check one more thing. Hang on. No, it says I have my volume up all the way. Okay, I'll just listen very carefully. Oh, there, I think I did it.
Oh?
All I did was turn my volume all the way down and then back up, and
now you can hear me better.
Absolutely. Hello, little guy. He was just a baby when we were in Canada in 2019.
Yeah, he was just, well, yeah, when were you guys here?
2019.
Yeah, but when, like?
End of July, like July and just beginning of August.
So he would have been about 6 months old. Yeah. Yeah, he's almost 5 now. It's been that long since you guys were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my sister Tina and my friend here, Samantha, their daughters were born in March and they just turned 5. So he's just a few months behind them.
Yeah. Yeah, they grow fast.
And wouldn't you know? I haven't told everybody about your 100 kids yet, but I'm going to ask you, did you see those questions I sent you?
No, they didn't come through. I messaged you back and said, what questions? And yeah, so I'm winging it here.
Oh, that's fine. I did it with Rachel last week. I don't know if you saw it or not, but it
did.
wasn't a problem to ask the questions off. But sometimes some of them might make you think because you haven't thought about them before or whatever.
Right.
So it's just that kind of thing. But I mean, if you really need to think, I can fill dead air with this voice. But oh, okay, wait, I have them already. I forgot that I set myself up and got ready. So okay, let me do the questions with my guest, and then remember to not talk about myself the whole time.
Hey, I don't mind.
Okay, you just sit there, and I'll just talk about myself.
I'll just watch.
But feel free to be the laugh track, you know, to make it look like I'm funny.
All right.
Sometimes.
I will. I'm really good at that.
All right. Okay, first question. How do we know each other? Where did we meet? I love this one.
Oh, I always love telling this story because people don't believe it half the time.
I know, it's weird too. The second part is the weirdest. It's one thing where we met, but then how we kept talking the rest of the time was...
Right?
I know.
We met in a Red Lobster, actually. You were pregnant with Erica?
I came in, we met again at Red Lobster when I was pregnant with Aurora because no, I was pregnant with Erica when that time when we took pictures.
Right.
That was
okay,
after.
That's right too.
We were but the first time we had two kids. I had two kids.
Yeah.
And me and my ex-husband were on a date to get away from the kids.
And me and my ex-husband were on a date as well.
Yeah.
And we just kind of like, I don't know, like how did we even start talking? I don't even remember.
Because we were standing in line waiting for tables. And you guys were either like in front of us or behind us, and I'm just a chatterbox.
And then we ended up sitting like right beside each other. I think.
Yeah, right across the aisle.
Yeah. And
then instead of like having nice dates with our significant others, I just kept like saying, hey, whatever, and back and forth. We just talked and became friends.
You and I had a really good time.
Yeah, I think the guys did too.
I mean,
who cares now?
Yeah.
But
I don't really care. Yeah.
Exactly. No. We're still friends, and that was years ago. So that was when I only had two. So Erica's 15, so that was more than 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
But I still lived in Edmonton, so it was before 2007.
And we were in Red Deer. So, yeah, like, did I even have Michaela? Michaela was born in 2006. So I might have had Brooklyn and Michaela by then. But I don't know. I have too many to keep track of. So.
Yes. So that is
the
next question. No, that's a third question. Second question, what do you do for a living?
I am a manager at a indoor inflatable park in Calgary. And I watch children all day.
Oh, I was wondering that. Do you still have a day home or not as much?
Kind of. Jeff and I kind of like tag team that job now. So I'll do the mornings and he does the afternoons. It's like I'll leave for work in the afternoon and he comes home and takes over. So starting September, though, I'm working straight day shifts, and I won't be doing day home anymore, which is kind of weird after like 20 years of running a day home.
Not here they call it child minding, but
yeah.
Here you have to be licensed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better to be licensed anyways, but I wasn't when I was in Canada, but here you have to be.
Yeah, I'm not licensed either. I've been both. I've done both, but I'm not currently licensed. So
yeah. But it is about time though, because now with the youngest being nearly 5, he'll be in school anyways. It's nice. That's what I figured too when I was doing it, because I mean I was babysat before I had kids, but when my kids were little, it was like then I can raise them, be at home with them, and make money. Yeah. And if you're making lunch and the routines and everything, it's just the same whether you have 2 or you have 20.
Exactly. Well, hopefully not 20, but yes, exactly. And then you get to be home with them and you don't have to find childcare for your own kids, and you know they're getting taken care of the way you want them cared for. And
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're getting that precious time that goes so quickly.
Exactly. Yeah.
So third question. Are you the old woman who lives in a shoe, has so many children you don't know what to do? No, that's not the question.
No, but I do feel like that. I do.
Do you have kids, pets, or a spouse?
So I have 6 children, which you know. They are ages 24. Jordan just turned 24 last week. Brooklyn is now 20. believe that or not. Michaela is 17. Emberly is 8. Brighton is 6. Brighton's 6, right, Jeff? Or is she 7 now? Yeah, she's 6. And Kason here is 4.5. So, yeah. Pets, we did. We've had a few. We had adopted 2 years ago during COVID. Actually, we adopted a big Saint Bernard German Shepherd, who turned out to just be too much dog for us. So we found a really lovely older couple just outside of town who, I shouldn't say older couple, they're not old by any means, but we homed him to them. And it's actually kind of funny. We say, like, you know, we firmly believe that Murphy, the dog, was put on this world for the sole purpose of bringing our families together, which is, I don't know, some people probably find that faux pas, but
yeah, you're talking about the girl who met you in the line of
no, I know. He just it kind of makes me well up a little bit thinking about it, that we have become so close now with this couple and their family that it's like, yeah, I know, it's like he got really sick just all of a sudden out of nowhere and he died, but not before our two families were brought so closely together. So it's funny, Karen and I make comments all the time that his sole purpose was just to bring us together. So yeah, it's, I don't know, mushy, but that's that. We're pretty sure he got kicked by a cow. He really liked to nip at their ankles. And,
okay, wait, hang on a second.
Yeah.
So the dog passed away, not the husband.
Yes, the dog did.
Okay.
So they adopted, they adopted Murphy from us and took him to their farm.
Yes.
And we in turn became very close. And then Murphy just got sick and he passed away. And Karen and I make comments all the time. And her husband's name is Jeff also. So Karen and Jeff, and Ace and Jeff. But yeah. So we did have a dog. And then do you remember Penny?
Yes.
Yeah. So Penny passed away, it was quite 2018, 2017 maybe. So yeah, we did have several pets. And
what's it called? A something terrier, like an English dog.
Jack Russell.
Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And do you remember what happened with your Penny and my Frankenstein, my dog, when I was in Canada? That was the first time Frankenstein tried to get some. And he didn't realize that he would get like the balloon that blows up or whatever, it locks them together.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Garden.
I remember that now because you guys were at our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For your birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday to me, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't get puppies out of that, to be honest.
No, he was fixed.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they would have been cute puppies, though.
They would have. They would have really made some adorable little puppies. Yeah.
You've already mentioned, but your husband is Jeff.
Yes. Did you want him to come say hi?
He can come say hi. But he's going to be my guest one time, too, and we're going to talk about gardening.
I think he's actually just heading out the door with the kids to go to that birthday party that you and I were talking about.
Yeah, he's going to be my guest one day anyway, so that's all right.
He's really excited about that.
That's good. Yeah, we struck up.
You should try and do that before.
Gardening talk.
Yeah. I think you guys need to do that before he harvests the garden because he's probably going to want to show off his garden. So.
Yeah, and it's lighter there right now. Like, it's starting to get dark here, but it's afternoon there, so that'll work.
Oh yeah, we're at the hottest point of the day right now. So
okay.
We're just getting a whole bunch of like severe thunderstorm warnings coming through as weather alerts. So I don't know. It's blue sky right now, but it's coming.
Yeah, blue sky and heat of just bragging. That's all.
I was gonna see if I could show you the blue sky, but that's a little too bright.
Oh yeah, no, I can see a little bit. Yeah. But I don't. I do get moments of the day that might be like that. I might get 5 or 10 minutes here and there.
Yeah. Well, the kids were out playing in the pool at 9:30 this morning. So yeah, it was. What's the temperature out right now, Jeff? 26, 27 degrees right now. Yeah, it's pretty warm today. Actually, that's on the cooler side because we've had like crazy heat the past couple of weeks. Like 26, 27 is actually, it's kind of cool compared to what it has been.
Yeah, and all since the spring, like in the
Yeah.
since the spring. I know, it's crazy. It's 15 out right now here.
Oh, really?
And it's 8:30 p.m.
Right. I would like some cooler weather like that. It would be kind of a treat right about now.
Yeah, I know. I can't complain because I would like some hotter weather and some nice like summer days. But last year it was really hot, but we had no rain, and that wasn't good either. So you kind of want to balance between the two. But yeah, you guys have been cooking there for
We
a while.
have.
It is like, I feel like I wanted to do a picture like that with me with my blanket, like cold and looking out at the rainy day. And then like a map, and it's like heat wave in North America, heat wave in Asia, heat wave in Europe, and then us in England. Just
sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm listening to what they're saying at the front door here for a minute. We got an air conditioning installed a couple of years ago. Well, not this May, but the May previous. So we've been living in luxury when it's been like 32 degrees outside, and we're inside wrapped in blankets and watching Christmas movies because it's so cold in the house. So we can't complain about that. But
we have a portable one in our bedroom, and it's like that too, where I'll wake up and be so cozy, not even realizing that it's beautiful and hot outside, and I should already be outside.
Exactly. I'm sorry that I have a little one here. He's stuck at my side.
I'm happy that a mom of 6 has time to do this anyways.
Yeah, it wasn't going to work out, and then this one decided he didn't want to go to the birthday party. So he's got autism. I think I told you that, right?
No, I didn't know that, because again, he was only 6 months old when we saw him last. But
he was diagnosed actually in 2019 with autism. So he's 4.5 now. He wasn't verbal up until about the middle of the last school year. He didn't talk at all, actually. So he's been in preschool. He's got occupational therapy and speech therapy and all that stuff, and he's doing pretty good, aren't you? Yeah, just very quiet. So like he whispers instead of.
Off the door.
I know somebody's at the door, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been interesting, but he's such like a calm, loving, he loves to snuggle, and it's kind of the opposite of an autistic child. Usually from what I've read or what I've been told of moms that I know that have autistic children is that they can be very aggressive and loud and not understand their body and their actions, but he's completely opposite. He's just a little goofball, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you say hi to Lisa? No.
Hi.
Yeah, no, he's just making faces.
That's all right.
So yeah, how many questions do you have for me, Lisa?
25.
Oh, we better get moving.
Now, okay. So, favorite color?
Purple.
Number?
5.
Music, band, or song?
Ooh.
You don't have to name all 3. You can just think of what comes to your head first.
You know what? I don't have a favorite song. I know that sounds really weird to say. I have a favorite kids song. Does that one count?
Sure.
Yeah, it's called "I Love My Body."
Aww.
We sing it all the time. Do you want to sing it for
something
him?
that people can see on YouTube?
Yeah. I love my body from my head to my toes. That one. We like that one, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, food.
Anything pasta.
Me too. Pasta and pizza.
Give me all the carbs. Just hand them over. Yeah.
I like mine really saucy too.
Me too. And white sauce. I prefer white sauce over red sauce.
Yeah. I'm good with any, but I love wine sauces.
I've never had a wine sauce before.
Okay, so the difference between Italian and Portuguese food is that the Portuguese tend to use more wine and more seafood in their sauces and pasta. You need to make a wine sauce. You will not regret it. You can use even vinegar wine if that's all you have, or just, you have some wine anyways, right?
I might.
Another bottles that we were going to drink. You can use one of, I'll let you use one of them for cooking.
Just one. Okay, white or red?
Well, if you're going to make a white sauce, you can use the white.
All right. Okay, and I'll report back onto how it was.
You will love it. If you love wine and you love pasta, you're going to love a wine sauce.
I mean, yeah, there goes my scale.
And let's see. So, favorite season. No, favorite book.
Oh, I'm actually right now I'm reading a series called A Court of Thorn and Roses, and I'm hooked. I went through one book in 24 hours, so it's one of those like vampire people turn into wolves kind of books. I've never really read any of those before, but it's actually really good. Highly recommend.
Good.
It's got some saucy spots in it too.
Mommy, I have to
Mm-hmm.
put the minion blanket.
Favorite season.
Yes. Mommy, I have to put it in.
Christmas? Is that a season?
Yeah.
Mommy, I have to put
Yeah,
it
so
in
Christmas. That's my
I
season.
have to put it in the trail and the minion
Yeah, okay.
in the blanket.
What makes you unique?
Oh my. I don't think I've ever answered that one for myself before. Everybody always answers that for me.
Well, what do people say then?
Okay, are we done with this game yet? Because it's getting old. Sorry.
That's okay. You might like my my episodes of the Rambling Hour where I've read stories.
Oh,
they have been Easter and Christmas, but if you guys are still watching Christmas movies in the middle of summer, then maybe he'll like my Christmas stories that I read.
All the time. We watch The Grinch all the time, don't we?
Grinch is a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one. Yeah. Can I come back to that question? Because I'm really not good at answering questions like that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, this is similar, but you can come back to it or skip it. Just say skip if you want to think about them. This is why, like, me and Rachel decided, like, to send them out.
Yeah.
In case people need to know. But my next question is your greatest strength and your greatest weakness. But like I said to Rachel last week, like, mine is being honest. Sometimes it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So my greatest strength is my honesty, but it can be my weakness as well. It can be a bad thing.
Yeah, I was actually just going to say my greatest strength is being able to forgive. My mom says all the time, and my grandma always says, they just can never get over how I can forgive people for doing such horrible things, but yet, just let it go and forgive and forget, which also can be my greatest downfall as well, right? Because a lot of people just take advantage of that, and yeah. So that's.
People would take advantage of that, like people who don't have a soul or like empathy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what inspires you or motivates you?
My children.
Me too.
100%. Yes, my children.
Your children?
The resiliency that they have for things blows me away sometimes.
Happy birthday.
Okay, we have a comment.
Happy birthday, dear father.
Salila says, "Hey ladies, love the flowers." Lisa Aislinn, I have a hard time praising myself too, especially in work interviews.
That's a hard one.
I love myself, and I'm modest.
But that's a good trait to have, though, because that's good for you. That's good for your soul to be able to feel so good about yourself. Like, I struggle with that. I really do.
The truth is that, I had to work a lot on myself, and what I've realized is that, I have faults. I have things I don't like about myself, definitely, and everything else. But I've always liked myself. I just couldn't understand why other people didn't like me, like why I couldn't like keep friends or whatever. But I realize now, like, that there's people like me, there's lots of us where we're not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with us. We're just, too much for some people. Yeah. And so now I understand why not everybody could be my friend or whatever. But I've always thought of myself as good company, so it's really hard having that, like, liking yourself, but not knowing why other people couldn't see that you were good company. Yeah. But saying that, I still have days and times where, because there is like I said, everybody has things physically or, you know, of their personalities that they don't like.
Yeah.
So I've had to work on those things, but especially having kids and daughters, the biggest thing was teaching them to accept and love yourself how you are. Sure, it would be great to be taller, but I'm not. So I have to love who I am. And especially when it came to, like, you know, dyeing their hair or doing all these things that I can't say anything because I've done all those things. But I always said, if you're dyeing your hair just for a change, just to change things up, you like my outfits and whatever, that's fine. But if you're doing it because you don't like your own hair, if you don't like it, then that's the wrong reason. You need to like who you are first and then change things for fun, but not for trying to change who you are. Because guess what? You're stuck with you. So you better learn to love you.
Well said.
Yeah. So, Aislinn, you're stuck with you. You better learn to love you even more. But you're amazing, and this is coming from me. So you know that I only have the best amazing friends in my life. So, and actually, Selena, who just said that comment, her, again, it's okay if you haven't seen it because I know, again, you have 100 kids and a life of your own. But her friend Hazel, she thought me and Hazel would get along because we have similar inspirational personalities and stuff, and we definitely do. And I had her as my guest 2 weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's, again, if you don't know, that's why not only do I want to see and interact with my friends who I don't get to see all the time, but and these questions, I want to introduce my favorite people to my other favorite people because I don't have lots of people in my life, but I have a specific type of person, someone who's reliable and, you know, like those friends who are loyal and reliable and like just like the best of the people out there.
Yeah.
And you're one of them, and so are, you know, other people I have on here. So I'm interviewing you so people can know you because then they'll see the awesomeness that I see.
You know, I find that a lot of people today, and this is one of the reasons I really like you, is we're busy, right? Like I don't stop. I'm surprised that I had this time to fit in to do this with you today because this morning when I woke up, I wasn't able to do this, but plans change. And I've had or met people in the past that have gotten very angry and very upset that, you know, I don't call and I don't text every day. And, you know, I need those friends that it doesn't matter how long it is in between a phone call or, you know, how long it is since you've talked or seen each other. But when you do, you pick right up where you were before and just continue on and understand that everybody's busy and no matter what, you're always there for each other when you really need each other, right? So it's nice and it's a breath of fresh air to know that I have you when I need you, right? Like, or when you need me, you know?
Absolutely. And that's the thing though, when you have those type of people in your life, you know, like I'm not going to check in with you and be like, is everything okay? But you know that if you need someone to vent to or to whatever, that I'm only a phone call away or a text away.
Sorry, I have to send Kason to go get my phone charger.
That's okay.
Okay, go get it from Mommy's bedroom, okay? Can you do that for me?
And the same thing, like you said, not seeing each other. And I mean, like, again, we haven't seen each other since 2019. We don't talk a lot. The other thing is, and with me especially, I can be outgoing like this and, you know, loud and everything else in a group setting even or whatever. But I prefer to be by myself. And I spend a lot of time. Even Steve he had a hard time understanding that at the beginning of our relationship where I needed so much alone time because well, obviously it's how I recharge, but it's also like just with my depression and everything else, I live in my head a lot, so I need to be with me and a lot. So people, again, the friends, they don't get that. So like even if someone lived down the street, they would expect that, oh, that means I get to see you more. It's like only if I'm feeling it. Because lots of times I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, can you bring it here for me, please? Good helper. Thank you so much.
But thank you for that. And you do know that I am one of those friends that, like, I'm here no matter what. You just need to let me know and I'll be there.
Nope,
well, I can't drive all the way there. And I still, you're upside down, by the way.
I see that.
I still regret not going to your wedding.
Oh, I'm mean, that was a big. That would have been a
was
big trip.
it was so hard too because do you know I had 2 weddings that day, one in
Oh,
Edmonton
really?
and yours was it in Red Deer?
We were in Canmore, or which you're talking about mine and Jeff's wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in Canmore, so it was just north of Calgary.
Yeah, and so I drove all the way 6 hours from Saskatchewan to Edmonton to go to your wedding.
Yeah.
And I tried to fit everything in. I tried to do everything, and when I got to my mom's house, I was just burnt out, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't drive anymore. I couldn't go, and I was so upset. And then that's the thing. One of my other best friends, Roberta, was getting married the same day in Edmonton, so I was already in the city, and I couldn't go to hers either. And that's not like me. I'm very reliable, so if I say I'm going to do something, I do it, even if I don't feel like it. Do you know what I mean? Even if I had popped in for 5 minutes, I still feel guilty about, and again, like you said about forgiveness, I'm pretty good at letting things go. But I still feel like I feel so bad that I wasn't there.
Don't feel bad, honestly. I know you wanted to be there, and that's what matters.
I did.
So maybe for our 50th wedding anniversary, you guys come down.
Yes, we will be. How old will we be then? Like 100 and
Yeah. I mean, we have so Emberly is 8, so we're on this Wednesday is our ninth wedding anniversary. This coming Wednesday. So
so yeah, you
maybe we'll
got married when me and Steve started, just after me and Steve started dating.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just do like a big 10-year wedding anniversary thing next year, and maybe you guys could come
we're
down.
going to be there next year. That's the plan.
Are you?
Yeah, that's the plan, because me and the kids have to renew our passports.
Okay.
And yes, so okay, I just want to. My mom says, "Hi, Lisa." Hi, Mom. And then Salila says, "I'm so glad you both connected and are forming your own organic friendship." I believe she's talking about Hazel, but I like that me and you are as well. And I am all about self-empowerment and adjusting other women's crowns. Yes, definitely. And I need to have Salila as my guest one of these days too.
And where is Salila?
She's in Edmonton, and she grew up like down the street from my parents' house.
Okay.
And we went to different schools, but we had a mutual friend. But yeah, just growing up in the neighborhood.
Gotcha.
Because I went to Catholic school, she went to public school. So
Right.
you'll hear a panting clickety clack of a dog in the kitchen. Oh yeah, you might. She just walked past there.
What's her name?
Lena.
She has a puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we actually have 2, but the other one's upstairs with Tom.
Gotcha.
So okay, let's see.
Puppy, Mom.
You want me to get the puppy so we can see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
can we see the
while
puppy?
I do that, you think about number 8. What's your biggest? Oh, what's your biggest passion, Lena? Lena.
It's really okay. He's distracted already and walking away. So,
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
That's fine.
My biggest passion.
It's wet too from the rain, so that's gross. I hate wet dog.
Oh, me too. And then their hair sticks to you.
I love you, but you go away. Good girl.
But you called me.
I
know. Biggest passion. I would say singing, probably.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah. I used to, in high school, I was in a band. So we did a lot of like high school touring and stuff like that, singing in a band. And up until around when COVID hit, I was actually, you guys probably have like members of this organization out there as well, the Sweet Adelines. So it's like women's barbershop choruses. So it's kind of it's more of an old lady type sport, but there is some younger and even like in their 20s that join it too. Rhythm of the Rockies is the chorus that I am a part of in Calgary. Before COVID, we had about, I think, 80 or 90 members. So yeah, and we compete internationally. We've been to Hawaii. I didn't get to go, but they have competed in Hawaii before, and St. Louis. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
That's exciting. I didn't know that you'll have to, if you have any recordings of you singing, you could put it in the comments. But
there's lots of YouTube videos of them. So it's like a whole choreographed thing too. Like we do all these choreographed moves, and yeah, I don't even know how I would get into it to post it in the comments. I wonder if I can do it from my laptop.
oh no, you can do it after, not right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you need help, I can show you how to do the link. The thing with posting things in the comments is that it's stupid, because if you go onto my wall with the video, then you can comment on it there and then put a picture or whatever. But if it's like with the black around it, like you're watching a video, then you can still comment, but you can't put like attachments. It's anyways. Oh. But if it's a link, that's easy enough. It'll still highlight even if you. That was just me complaining about when I try to add things onto my. But that is very interesting. I can't sing, and that's okay. I mean, I love singing to loud music where people can't hear me, but I'm not trained and I'm not great. So, but that's okay. And
I would still sing with you.
Thank you. I still sing. I just it's not one of the things people will want to listen to.
That's funny you say that though, because you cannot actually hear how you sound when you sing. So you could.
Oh no, I think I sound good. I've just been told that I can't sing many times throughout my whole life, so I'm okay. I'm not saying that. I'm sure if I got trained, like there's, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And it's like anything. People think like some of these things are like so easy, but when I remember there was this one time when I was training myself to sing, and I was like standing up and like feeling it from my diaphragm and like really like learning to sing. And it's not that I can't do. It's like it's work, and I prefer not to. I just prefer not to work. So many hobbies and so many things where people like say even stand-up comedy. People think, oh, I could do that. They don't realize how much work goes into something like that. Like even an extra like night, you like to do your set to get it all right and to actually hit the like. There's just like so many things. I'm like, oh, that would be too much work.
It is. It would be a lot of work. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so your passion. What are your hobbies besides raising all the kids?
Trying to pick up reading more. I used to read a lot. That was like one of my favorite things to do. So there's that. Camping. I could camp.
Yeah.
I could camp all the time. I love.
And the kids like camping.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've been camping with us since they were babies, so they're pretty used to it. We've just got a little tent trailer, like a pop-up tent trailer, so it's nothing fancy, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what my mom and my little sister have. Like they share it, and then so
we share with this one with my dad too, actually. So yeah, it works out pretty good.
Yeah, especially because my mom is like single because my dad passed away and everything. So like I said, sometimes my mom's never taken it by herself, but they'll either go with or without her.
Right.
So it's not hard for them, and of course with them having younger kids too, it's nice to have my mom there, so they like taking her camping. And my mom loves camping as well, so we've camped our whole lives as well. Not since I moved here, but they do camp here. But in my head, camping always because we have so many lakes. Camping in my head means there's going to be swimming, whereas here camping is not. It could just be in a field or it could be in a bit of trees. Like it doesn't mean that there's going to be swimming.
Right. Really? Do they not really swim in the lakes very much down there? Or?
Well, there's not that many lakes. And then
there's not many. I thought you said there was so many lakes.
No, there's so many lakes in Alberta. And Canada. More lakes in Canada than the rest of the world combined.
Right. Yeah.
So and then there is the seaside here, and there's like camping caravan parks, like where like it's like little mobile homes where you go and like rent one and you can go to the seaside, and sometimes those will have indoor pools and stuff.
Wow.
But it's not the same as the lake. And Salila says, "Let's do karaoke when you come back," and that's a no.
Oh, come on!
I'm not embarrassed. I'll do it. I have done karaoke before, but I'm not good at singing, so it's there's one of those people when people are watching thinking, why does this person think that they should
But that's
sing?
the fun of karaoke. You don't have to be good at it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well, I'll think about it. I mean, going out and having fun and watching other people karaoke, I would still go for the night out. But as far as the singing part, again, it's not, you know, when you're talking about autism, like, it's funny how, like, as we get older, now, there's so many labels that we didn't have then for things, but we do now. And I'm not saying I'm autistic, but I don't have the same embarrassment factor that other people have.
Right.
And so, like, me and Steve have talked about that too, because he doesn't like being embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas but I've also had to, so, you know, like with different levels of autism, they will function in regular life well enough if they learn that, okay, in this situation, I wouldn't react that way, but most people would react this way. So, and I've had to do that with myself. Like, okay, so most people would be afraid of whatever, but I'm not. So I have to respect that other people, like, so I've had to, like, train myself. So again, I've never been diagnosed, and I'm not saying I am, but it's interesting now with all these labels and learning about different things that there's that. So the embarrassment factor, I don't have it like other people do.
Right.
As much. I'm not saying I don't get embarrassed, but I can take risks in different things like that more than the next person who's too shy to.
Yeah. To make a mistake. And yeah.
So if you guys want me to sing, I'll sing.
I want you to sing.
Okay. Okay, so biggest hobbies. And another hobby, I don't know if you still do it or not. I don't think you do right now, but you enjoy roller derby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't played roller derby for quite a few years. Michaela, though, is playing. So they've kind of taken over. Brooklyn is back to playing as well, too, in Red Deer. So still part of it, but I'm not skating myself anymore.
I am jealous of that, too. Like, again, I can go on and on about all the great things about me, but coordination is not one of them. So if and when I die in heaven, and then hopefully in my next life, the things that I'm going to be doing is playing the drums, playing basketball, and dancing. All the things that I not do well here, but I love.
Singing. And singing.
And well, no, I can sing here. Like I said, I can sing here. I just can't do it good. But that's totally different than trying to skateboard or trying to go on roller skates or rollerblades. You know what I mean? No one's gonna get injured with my singing.
Well,
we'll see. I won't do it while we're driving unless the music is louder than me.
Good as you say you are, Lisa. I don't know.
Not that bad. I'm just not. I mean, you know, I have had the ambulance called before. Okay. So what are your fears?
Oh. Okay, so of like objects, I am terrified of moths.
My older sister.
Moths and even butterflies. People like laugh at me. They think I'm crazy when I lose it. I don't leave the front light on outside in the summertime if I'm going out of the house, because I won't come in the house because the light attracts them, and I'll just wait outside until somebody goes and turns the light off and they all go away. I'm terrified of them. It's weird. I don't know why. Just, I hate them. I mean,
most fears are what's the word I'm looking for? So when you said people don't understand your fear, it is a bigger fear than people will assume. Like, you know, they might be like, "What's the big deal? It's just a moth." But your fear, most fears. What's the word I'm looking for? Most fears are like they're not sensible.
It doesn't seem sensible.
But they are a thing. Yeah. They're just, I don't remember what the word is I'm looking for, but most fears are like that. They don't necessarily make sense. Mm-hmm. There isn't a reason you should be afraid of whatever it is that a person's afraid of, but they're absolutely real. So whether it has to do with a past life, if you believe in those kind of things, or something else, they're absolutely a fear. And people should take them seriously. My auntie is afraid of snakes. And one time her ex they were on the highway or stopped on the side of the highway or something and brought a snake over, and she bolted across a busy highway because of a snake. And to him, he's that kind of person though, where he thinks being an asshole is funny.
funny.
But but that, like, it's not funny.
No.
So yeah.
My kids will like send me TikToks and stuff or memes, and like I'll open them up, and the first thing it is like these massive, like somebody's got a pet moth that I swear is this big, and it's like just slowly flapping its wings, and then I can't get that picture out of my mind for hours after that. But they think they're hilarious. So funny. Or we'll go camping, and I'll be like, they'll hold the door open on purpose. They're like, hey, Mom, you're going to have such a good sleep tonight because I'm going to leave the door open until a moth comes in here, and then you're not going to be able to find it. And thanks. You guys are jerks, but okay, thanks.
You got to know the level of a person's fear because, like I said, people should take it more serious than they do and realize that I wish I could think of that word. Even though it seems that word, it's still...
Faux pas?
Pardon?
Faux pas?
No, the word of like not being a sensible thing. Like it's not. Mm-hmm. But so I can't say that I haven't sent my sister moth things as well. But again, you have to take it like if someone's actually going to have anxiety about it and nightmares, that's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're just going to be like, get the willies and be a bit creeped out, but know it's a picture, that's different.
Yeah.
But I do wish people would take people's fears more serious because even though I don't really have any, it can be a serious thing and it's not fair. It's not like they want to be afraid of those things.
Mm-hmm. I'm afraid of thunderstorms too.
I'm afraid of more of the lightning getting struck.
It's the wind that gets to me. I think because I always associate storms and wind to tornadoes.
Yes. Okay.
Like we had a tornado. Like we saw it from Airdrie. It was just like a couple kilometers away from Jeff's mom's house. And the damage that it did, it took out 2 farms. We drove past it a couple weeks ago down the stretch of highway where it went across. And these 2 huge, beautiful farms that were there are just, they're gone. Completely wiped out.
Was it you who was telling me about the tornado? Because you said it was 2 farms, but I don't remember if there was no injuries though?
There was no human casualties, but there was a lot of livestock that was lost. And yes, I think it was last weekend or the weekend before you were doing your live and I was texting you.
It was on my live,
yeah.
That's right, that you were saying.
Yeah, like hundreds of head of cattle. We went past there last weekend because we were out at Jeff's mom's, and they still have the livestock trailers coming out of there where they're, I'm assuming, still trying to clean up the mess because there was just like herds of cattle out there that were lost. So
the thing about tornadoes is how quickly, like, they just come down and do that damage and then they go away, like, and it could be blue sky, sunny, and like damage is done so quickly.
Yeah, like in an instant, comes and goes. Yeah, like it wasn't even there, but it just leaves this destruction path behind it. Yeah, it's terrifying. Kason, what are you doing? Okay, sorry, I just had to make sure he wasn't getting into trouble.
But see, that's more of a reasonable fear than, moths.
It sucks though, because then every time there's like even like the slightest bit of a storm, I'm closing windows and getting anxiety and panicky, and I'm watching the skies, and so it just like,
again, it depends on what your beliefs are. But for me, because I believe in the afterlife and I believe we're here for a reason and we have a plan while we're here and things that we're going to experience, the thing is that if you're meant to win the lottery, you're going to win the lottery. Yes, you got to buy the ticket, but you only have to play once to win.
Mm-hmm.
If you're meant to die in a tornado or a storm, that's going to happen whether you worry about it or not. So irrational, that's irrational. So worrying, and this is easier said than done, but worrying isn't going to change the outcome. If anything, it's going to put negative energy towards the thing or pull it towards you because you're thinking about it and you're bringing that, into your, but, like, it's like when you have a baby, and like, I remember when I first had Allison, and, most new parents do this where you wake up every little bit and like poke them and make sure they're breathing. And well, I wasn't getting good sleep anyways. I mean, a newborn baby and everything else. So finally I said, you know what? As sad as it would be, she's either going to live or she's going to die.
Yeah.
If she dies in her sleep while I'm sleeping, I'll find out in the morning. It's not going to change it, is it? but I need to get a good sleep to be a good mom. And chances are she's not going to die. And, you know, she's going to be 20, so she hasn't. But so I had to like tell myself, like, the worrying isn't going to make anything better. So have a good night's sleep and deal with whatever the situation is in the morning. And so it's kind of the same, like, easier said than done. But when a storm comes, you got to kind of do the same thing. Like, enjoy. I hate flying. I hate it. And I'm not scared of dying in a plane, but I'm a controlling person and I like my feet on the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm not afraid of the dying, but I don't know. I can't explain. It's just a feeling. I don't like being off the ground like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to let it stop me from doing things. And guess what? If I'm up there, I'm at the window seat because I'm going to enjoy the view. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't like flying, but if I'm going to fly, I'm going to look at the positives about it and what can I get, you know. So it's the same thing with the storm. The storm is scary, but how awesome is it when you hear the rain on the roof or the seeing a really good lightning show or you know, the positives. But at the same time, I'd be afraid of tornadoes. And the thing is, I know that the UK is like not a tornado place. When I was a kid, I saw a tornado. I told my dad, I said, I saw a tornado across the lake. I saw a tornado, it went and it hit the trees and it went up. And my dad said, no, you wouldn't have saw that because we don't get tornadoes here. Mm. And I said, no, but I did. I saw it. And you know, kids, right? Like, so parents are like, you know, you think you're making things up. And as a kid, you're like, no, I didn't. As a kid, you're like, no, I didn't.
Aunt Lisa. Kason. He turned on. Okay. Can you hear
what happened?
Okay, can you hear me now?
I heard you. Yeah, I heard you.
Okay. He turned on the Kason. Stop. Are you getting bored? Yeah.
We're almost done.
He turned on I have a Bluetooth speaker that he likes to really like, he'll carry it around and listen to music all the time. That's just his thing. And he turned it on, but my phone was connected to it. So then I could hear you in the living room, but not here.
Oh, I heard myself. That's what I was like, what's happening right now?
Oh. Can you close that, please? Can you do it any slower so it's any louder? Thank you.
So after I told my dad that about the tornado, it was only a couple years later when there was that really, really Black Friday bad one in like 1986 or 87, which tells you I wasn't even 10 years old when that one happened. So I was younger than that when I saw the one across the lake.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, tornadoes can happen there. So it's the same thing with the UK. Even though it's an island and there's like the ocean all around it, we live in the middle. We don't live by the ocean. So it is more of like prairie farmland here. So, yeah, I don't see why a tornado couldn't happen here.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
Try not to think about it. Hey, we don't get storms there, but okay. So, do you hang on 111? Oh, what cheers you up?
What cheers me up?
Yeah.
My husband. He's really good at it. Yeah. He's horrible dad jokes and, you know. Yeah.
Isn't it nice, second time around for both of us, that these husbands we have, that after this many years, we're still happy?
I'm still madly in love and head over heels.
Yeah, pathetically. Like,
I know.
We're like, I love you too.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. The kids are always like, ew.
I know. If anything would hurt us, they would just, bleh. But yeah, they're still like, it's amazing that you can have that.
Yeah.
After years.
Sometimes I don't even like feel like he's my husband. He's my best friend. Right? So but that's a good thing, I guess.
And the dad. So. Like the same thing. Like he's the dad, he's the best friend, he's the husband. He's the, like you said, he's the person who cheers you up and he's there when you have worst days. And
Yep.
I love it. I'm happy you have that as well.
Me chocolate when I'm cranky.
Oh,
you know. I think that's more so
just for that him. You're not cranky anymore.
I think that he does that more so for himself.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So that your crankiness doesn't. Trust me, I'm supposed to be due on the moon days tomorrow, so I'm on week 3 right now, and it wasn't until I moved here that Steve actually pointed it out that, I mean, I can be not nice other days as well, but there is actually this week 3 Lisa
Yeah.
that on the other weeks I can handle the little things, but on week 3, those little things, for some reason, I can't handle them as much. So whether I'm crying or shouting,
Yeah.
and it is interesting that it really is a thing. So now, not only do people know to stay clear of me on week 3, but I realize I might be a little bit, again, using that word, rational.
So what do you mean by the moon days? Sorry, if you don't want to dive into that.
Okay, so the moon is a 28-day cycle, just like your period.
Yeah.
Like just like the woman's cycle is 28 days.
Right.
So I call it the moon days, like being on the moon.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so cheers, and do you have, and if you do, are your heroes?
So my heroes have passed away. Jeff's dad is one of the big ones. My grandmother, and when I was about, Jordan would have been 2, so I would have been 19 or 20. My best friend also passed away when Jordan was about 2, so that would have been in about 2001, I believe he died. So there's lots of reasons, I guess, for each one of them, different reasons why I look up to them so much. Andrew passed away on his own accord.
That's the one in 2001?
Yeah. Okay. He struggled. He struggled a lot, and some people don't understand when I say that I'm proud of him, because fighting a battle in your head the way that he was fighting it is so incredibly difficult, and to make a decision the way that he did, I guess kind of to make myself feel better about it too, knowing that he did that because that's how he needed to survive. If that makes any sense. I know he's not here, so him surviving.
No, he wasn't surviving. That he was barely surviving.
Exactly.
When he was here.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's that with him. My grandma was just the glue that held everything together. And as sad as it is to say, when she was gone, that side of my family has kind of fallen apart, I guess, for lack of words. Like
your mom's or your dad's?
My mom's side. I never really knew my dad's side of the family very well. Okay. But my mom's side was big part. The cousins, we would get together all the time for Christmas and all of that stuff. I think actually the last time all of us cousins were together was when we buried my grandmother, which is sad to say as well. But
how long ago was that?
That would have been 2017. I was.
All right. It sounds like you need to start planning the family reunion.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
It is sad when the matriarch or the patriarch dies, the one that holds it together.
What's that? Sorry?
It's sad when the one that holds the family together goes and the family. That was my ex-husband. That's how it was. They weren't really close before the grandkids came, but once the grandkids came, like Allison, the 20-year-old or almost 20-year-old, being the eldest of those, it brought them together.
Yeah.
But one, because I have nothing bad to say about my ex-mother-in-law. Me and her were different people. We were both good people, but we were different people. So we didn't always see eye to eye. But she was such a good grandma. She was an amazing person. She had so many great stories. I tried to get her to record them before she passed away, but she never did. I gave her a handheld tape recorder and she just never did. I wish I would have sat down with her and just asked her questions, because she had so many great stories. But once the grandkids were here, like, in my family is on both my mom and dad's side, we're really close. So we're always together. So whenever we'd have something for the kids, that we would invite their family as well. So it kept their family really close. When she passed away, and then obviously me and my ex-husband were no longer together, I don't even know if they talk at all the 4 kids, right, at all. It's so sad to know that, like you said about reliable friends, but sometimes your family is that as well, and it's sad to see that when, so yeah. I get it. It's sad. I would like to hope that I'll be that matriarch.
That's how I hope I am too.
Yeah.
Yeah. take that over and just keep everybody together. And I feel like we need to also train the future matriarch as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like there's like got to be that one person that takes over for that person to
So
keep
there's
things
no
going.
gap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not always like that.
Yeah, I'll have to think about. I think it might be my stepdaughter Amy who will be the next matriarch after me.
Yeah.
Because she says she has the same idea as me, as like a big area of the house where you can have big Christmases with everybody there and everything else. So I'm like, all right, you can have the big space and I will help you plan it. Like I want the same thing, but if you want the space, that's okay too. Like, yeah.
I can't wait until my kids are older and married and I have grandkids. Like, can you imagine how many kids, like you've got between your stepkids and your own kids, you've got a large family too. And
Yeah,
I cannot wait for those Christmases when everybody comes here and it's busy and it's laughter and everybody's happy and singing and eating bad food and just I'm like craving those days to come.
Yeah.
Craving them.
But I think like I said about marrying my dad, so we had grouchy grandpa who just got grouchier and grouchier as the years went on. And so once all the grandkids were there and stuff, I remember, but we finally made a good idea because he would get frustrated with how long it took for presents to be opened.
Mm-hmm.
So what we finally did was we would do in the morning, all the grandkids, the ones who were really excited about it, they would get to open their gifts and we would all sit around and watch all the kids open their gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would have like lunch and everything else. And then later in the afternoon, the adults would go and open our gifts. So it wasn't my dad sitting there watching 30 people open their gifts. You know what I mean? So because he would get grudgy. And I have a feeling, might be wrong, but I have a feeling someone in this household might get a little bit of a grouchy grandpa as they get older as well.
Is he listening to you right now?
Around watching people open gifts, like. But who knows? We'll see. He is such a good grandpa now, though. Do you know, like Amy, like had her wedding that her friend's wedding she was going to, and she didn't ask me to babysit, which I've done my whole life. She asked her dad to babysit, which is fine. I went with him, but like he doesn't need me. Like he getting the bottles ready. He is so good at Him didn't have that with each other because we didn't raise our babies together.
And then you look at him and you melt when you watch him with these little ones, right? Don't you?
He's just so good. Yeah. And he just like lights up so much, and he always has he's like my mom. My mom is like that too. He has to hold the baby wherever we are, and it's really nice to see that. It's nice to see love exude from people.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a world like this. I have a teenager in here now too, trying to make herself a coffee sneakily.
Hi. Which one is it?
It's Aurora.
Hi,
You can come say hi. You're not ruining it. It's Aislinn. Remember?
Aurora.
If I explained it, you'd remember when we went out to the Chinese food place with her kids.
I'm the Red Lobster lady.
And then we remember when we were in Canada last, we met her in Red Deer. We were eating in a little, like, I don't even know, it was like a little burger joint where we were like tucked in the corner.
Is it with the big bear?
No, we went to Taco Time when you guys were here.
Oh, Taco Time. That's right.
It
was Taco Time.
Yeah.
She didn't have all the kids. She had Michaela and the baby.
Maybe. I don't even remember where they all were.
It was only one of the girls and the baby that you had. Anyways, you'll remember. Yeah. Anyways, okay, bye.
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 So, okay, I don't remember what we were talking about, but let's see what the next question is. Oh, heroes. We're talking about heroes and matriarchs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, strangest thing you've ever eaten, which is funny because one of the things I've eaten was actually when we went to that Chinese food place together in Red Deer.
What did you have?
Chicken feet.
Oh, right. No. So I do not have a very extravagant palate. If something does not look or sound appealing to me, I won't eat it. I don't even eat seafood, and I'm sure that it is absolutely delicious. I've never tried it, but the animal itself is so weird and alien looking. I can't eat it. I haven't had shrimp, lobster, nothing.
You can't say you say that's like saying I don't eat vegetables because they look weird. There's so many different vegetables and they taste so different that. Now, I'm not saying you need to eat seafood. I'm just saying there is some that taste really fishy and disgusting, and there's some that taste good. So it really is a personal thing. But
I don't think it has anything to do with the fishiness of it, because like I'll eat like fish sticks or something, or we'll go to Joey's Only and I'll have like all you can eat fish and chips with Jeff. That's like one of our favorite date nights. But like when it comes to shrimp and lobsters and crabs and stuff, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just this weird thing I have. Yeah. So I can't really say that I've eaten anything weird because I haven't. And
Right.
I'm boring that way.
Sorry, I apologize. I'm just gonna make that.
Oh yeah, that's okay. She's just turning on the cooker tap.
The
Boiling water.
the latte.
The what? No, well, it's the one that the tap that gives you instant boiling water.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Cooker. It's like Cooker, but with a K. Cooker is the brand, and you guys have them there too, because my friend Trish had one before we did.
Huh.
It's just it's like a little hot water tank underneath the sink.
Oh, like
it's
hot water on demand.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So food. What's the last thing you bought? Oh, we have a comment. You think about that while I read.
The last thing I bought. Probably Shein.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my girls buy Shein. They like Shein. Actually, though, you can get some good stuff on there. I've even bought stickers and stuff from them.
Yeah. Stickers, earrings, jewelry. Yeah.
Okay, so I missed this one. So Leela said, I still remember Black Friday, tornado, Edmonton, like it was yesterday. We were home alone, and my parents were on their way home from work. We were at the lake, so we didn't even know until after it happened. It was such a hot, sunny day that day too, and we heard about it. It was like crazy. But also, I didn't know until later after I was done high school and stuff. But a girl I went to high school with, her grandma died in that tornado.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Salita says, how have you both coped with consecutive losses of loved ones? I have struggled since 2016 with 14
What? Wow.
beloved friends and family members passing, especially my Jaja. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, means grandmother in Uganda. No, but I guess if you say 14, it sounds like a lot, but if you think about it, because we're getting older, friends that we've known and people, like actually it is a few people a year basically that, like Steve's auntie just died not too long ago, my cousin, so it does add up. So Aislinn, I'll let you say how you deal with it, but for me, I have a strong belief in the afterlife, and I was even going to say that to you, Aislinn, when you told me about the 3 people who were your heroes and that they've all passed on, all I think is, holy shit, you got a good spirit team behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Had I known when I was younger and suffering with depression how lonely I felt, if I knew that my spirit team, one of my first meditations ever when I started when I went on the retreat with Steve and Jackie, and I don't usually talk about my meditations because people don't care. It's like me talking about my dreams. People don't really care. But I met my spirit guide in one of them, and I said something about, and remember that my first retreat was 2 weeks after my first husband left me. So I was just saying something about feeling alone and blah, blah, blah. And he said to me, he was sitting across the table from me, and he said, oh, child, you're never alone. And even when I told the group after, when we came out of meditations, we can talk about our meditations, everything, I just was bawling my eyes out. Had I known all those years when I felt alone, that I was never really alone, that I had my spirit team there, my spirit guide, now my grandma and everybody else, had I known that I was never alone, I would have never felt alone. And I guess really I did talk to voices in my head, which now I know is, a spirit team and everything else. But even my dad passing away, the more people that go over, the more excited I am for when my time finally comes and I go there. I'm not in a rush because I want to live till I'm old because I love it here. But I just think what a party it's going to be when I get over there. My biggest thing, and that what helps me, is also when my dad died, I didn't think about what I'm going to miss with him. I thought about how lucky I was to have a dad like that and how I got to have him for so many years. And people don't even get to have a dad sometimes, let alone all those years, and a good dad. But my biggest thing is that I believe in an afterlife, and I don't believe they're really gone.
Yeah.
So that's how I cope with it. But I don't know you and the next person how. So your turn.
Your turn. I don't really have a coping mechanism for when people go. I literally just, you have to just keep moving on with life. Like, it doesn't stop. So maybe I'm just really horrible at coping with that kind of stuff. I mean, I cry, I'm sad, I miss them. I dream about them a lot, but that's comforting to me. I don't know, Lisa. I don't really like have a coping mechanism for losing people other than just
Okay, so these aren't on my list of questions, but I'm going to ask you quickly. Do you believe in an afterlife?
yes.
Okay. Do you realize that one of the easiest ways for spirit to visit us or to communicate with us is through dreams?
Yeah.
So even though we can have dreams where it's us processing things, you can also have dream visits where they come and visit you. And the thing is, whether you believe in science or spiritual stuff, even if you don't believe that there, say you're a person who believes that when you die and there's no afterlife. But if your dream feels like another visit with that person, why not just enjoy it?
Exactly. Yeah. No, and I do. I wait for those dreams to happen because you just wake up and you're just like, you're sad, but you just feel so happy that you got that moment with them again, right? And yeah, and they're never bad dreams. They're never scary. They're never anything like that. They're always happy. Like I'm sitting having coffee with a friend, or we're going for a walk around the lake and just talking about things that happened in the past. So yeah, 100% believe that. I do.
So that's the thing, is that when you tell me these people have passed away, it doesn't make me as sad as like when my dad passed away. He doesn't come to me all the time because I guess they don't come unless you really need them. Plus, we're here to live, to have an earth experience. If they were around, I mean, they are around us, but if they were communicating with us all the time, we wouldn't get the genuine, authentic experience we're supposed to have here. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So, but at the same time, even my friend Sean, who died when he was 18, he got killed by a drunk driver. And I was like 19, but we lived in different provinces. After he passed away, when I found out that he passed away, there was a part of me that felt closer to him than I did before, because we didn't get to see each other, talk to each other much, because that was before the internet, really. And so there was so I know that those people are still with you, and there is this thing. So yeah, definitely enjoy those visits, because it could be them, them actually visiting you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, I was going to say to Zalila, this is also the other thing. And I know people like this in my actual life. One of my fear, and I don't have a lot of fears, but my fear is that if I died, that my loved ones would die with me, that they would stay in bed or not, I mean, yes, you're going to have your grieving times. And even years later, like your friend who passed away years ago, there's going to be times when you're going to miss him and wish he was here, like physically, and you might cry. Fine. That's fine. I want people to miss me, of course. That means they cared. But, and that's what they say, the more you love, the harder you grieve.
Yeah.
But my greatest fear is that, my kids or my husband or whoever, that they stop living their life and stop enjoying life and everything else because I died. And that breaks my heart. When I see people doing that, when I see people who I know someone who drinks a lot, especially on the anniversaries of their parents' death, and and everybody has their own things that they're going through, but it breaks my heart, and that's one of my fears.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that if I died, I would not want my loved ones to be miserable or sad or stop living.
Yeah.
So I assume that other people who have died feel that way too. So I got to live my best life because they don't get to be here to live theirs anymore. So they want to see me, so that's one of the ways I would deal with it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope that helps, Leela. That's how
my neighbor just texted me that my kid's pool must have a leak because the top ring is flat and the water is pouring out all over my backyard. So there's that. I might need to go and check on that.
Okay. Yeah. And we can always do this again. We can finish the questions another time because we are like over the hour, but that's all right. And you do have kids that I know you need to take care of. What's the you bought? Oh yeah, and the other ones are ones that you need to think about probably a little bit more anyway. So let's stop on question. We did question 14, the last thing you bought. But yeah, we talked about lots of things, and I love this. This is why I love this, because I get to visit and people get to see other people, and I'm getting better at this shutting up and letting the other person talk thing. No, because I know some things about you, but like I'm learning more about you as well. But other people don't know anything about you who are watching that, you know what I mean, don't know you. So they're learning as well. So I think it's a good thing. I like it.
It's been fun. I was really nervous. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why. I think just.
Yeah, you said that, but I didn't think you'd be awkward or nervous. Like I knew maybe like for a moment you would, but then I knew you'd be like fine and like comfortable with it once because it's me and you. So it's fine.
Yeah. How come I couldn't be comfortable with you, right?
Exactly. So now, do you know this thing that I do that's like end of life planning that I do on my live sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah.
I mean, I don't have a question, but I realized that the last 2 weeks that I've had guests, I haven't done a question. So I need to think of a question that is end of life planning. I even brought my book out too today. So,
No, I was hoping you would.
I will let you go deal with your things, and I will think of a question and put it on here. And I need to talk about the book I'm reading right now and stuff, like just a couple minutes of blah blah blah.
Well, somebody here's the ice cream truck, and he would like to go get some ice cream.
Yeah.
So
yes, you better hurry before it goes away, because they go by fast.
They do. Like they don't stop for nothing. Okay, you go. Go time.
All right. Oh, and Celia says thank you for sharing a lovely and soulful conversation. You're very welcome, Salila. Okay, I love you, Aislinn. You will be my guest again, and we'll talk soon.
I would love to be.
And tell Jeff thank you for taking the kids to the birthday party so you could do this.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Can you hear the ice cream truck?
Yeah.
Oh, we missed it.
I know they go by too fast. You don't even have time to get your money or anything.
Oh, well.
It's the same
Ice cream truck.
thing here. They go by too fast.
He's all gone. Sorry, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Bye, guys.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. All right, everyone. I'm just going to finish up quickly here. Let me tell you what books I'm reading, and then I'll try and think of a question for the end of life planning. If I don't think of a question that's new, then just keep working on things that you've already done in the past. I'll put a link in the comments to the other questions that I have already given. Sorry. Okay, so I told you guys I'm reading this, A Girl's Guide to Joining the Resistance, a feminist handbook on fighting for good. And I am reading it. It is an American book, but there's still things in here that are good for other people, women, men, anybody, all over. It came out of when Donald Trump got elected president, and a lot of us all over the world felt hopeless of like, what the hell is the world coming to, especially America. That is when this book was written. So when I read the introduction here, it gives more of an idea of what this book is. So I am still reading this, but I kind of skipped ahead and started reading another one as well. So is it? My glasses are scratched. They're just cheap, like 3-pound glasses. So, okay. So it says, so the presidential election of 2016 happened. You cried, you ranted, you marched. But how do you stay engaged for the long term? How do you keep fighting while also continuing your real life? How do you get involved when you feel far from the action? How do you stay vigilant without being furious all the time? Needing to take action after the election, Emma Gray, executive women's editor at Huffington Post, well, HuffPost, put on her journalist's hat and set out to get answers to these questions from some of the most prominent thought leaders and activists of our time. She spoke with march organizers, senators, and new and longtime activists across political movements to find out the best ways to listen to those who have been doing this for a while, to join in and create sustainable action. In all of her conversations, one theme came up again and again. Young women are essential to the resistance. Interweaving the interviews with her own experiences as a member of the media, reporting and covering resistance events in a time when the media has been under assault, Emma has created a down and dirty guide for women of all ages to roll up their sleeves and resist the forces that are a threat to our rights. Inside, you'll find a guide for how to choose reliable news sources to make sure you're getting quality information, practical instructions on how to get involved and stay involved, with examples from the author's own experiences organizing the successful Watch Us Run conference, an exploration of female-centric workspaces and instructions for how to create your own, advice for self-care and how to stay involved without exhausting yourself. So, oh, it says continued on the back flap. I didn't realize that. Executive activism information, including numbers to call, organizations to email and donate to, and scripts for reaching out to representatives. Interviews with experienced activists, including Senator Elizabeth Warren, Ashley Judd, Marlo Thomas, Carmen Perez, Lucy McBath. Is it Macbeth, even though it's spelled Beth? I don't know. Alicia Garza, Winnie Wong, and Tina. Oh, again, it's Tchen. So Tien. Whether you're new to the front or an activism vet, there has never been a better time to jump into the fray. Now, what I like about this book, actually, is that one of the things that she says is that you, a lot of times there'll be something like, okay, so now you're probably thinking, if you don't live in America, you're thinking, well, that's in America. It doesn't concern me. I don't need to worry about it. But any country, especially a powerhouse like America, having someone in power that can become not good is something that can concern the whole world. However, saying that, it's also about activism in anything. So if there's like, you know, I always get these letters confused. LGBTQ, all those letters. You know, if there's something like that, like a demonstration or, you know, even the Pride Parade, like something, and you're like, well, it doesn't really concern me. I don't need to worry about that stuff. We can look at the things like that. We can say like, oh, that doesn't concern me, or we can be an ally for different things, because guess what? Sometimes there's going to be something that does concern us, or sometimes it is going to be in the country we live in, or sometimes it's going to affect exactly who we are. And we're going to hope that people stand up and fight with us for the right reasons, for the right cause, for, you know, like freedom, and like, what are the other things? You know, like, not just freedom. Oh, my brain. Okay, so like, we don't realize how lucky we are and how quickly all of this can be taken away. Our freedom, our, you know, choice. What about abortion in America? Like the choice to okay, my thing is, whether you believe in an abortion or not, whether it's not up to, even if I didn't believe that abortion was okay, then that means for me not to have an abortion. But the next person, that's not my business. Same thing with like people being gay or anything like that. Even if I didn't agree with it, it's not affecting you and your bedroom. So piss off, and you know what I mean? So but anyways, my point is that this is a good book because you never know when you're going to have to be an activist for something you do believe in, or when it will affect you. So learning what to do or how to stand in allyship with other people for the things that they believe in and stand up for, even if you think it doesn't affect you right now, can only be beneficial, especially if and when these things start affecting you. So, and don't be so freaking ignorant and naive to think that some of these things that other people are fighting for, like women's right to vote that we haven't had for very long, women's right to equal pay, which we still don't have. And it's not even just about women, it's about different ethnicities, cultures, like I said, different countries, like, or, you know, abortion. There's so many causes that we don't, you have no idea how quickly somebody can try and control your life. And you'll need to stand up for these things. So it is a really good book so far about activism and how to get involved. And I have never been an activist in any area. I've been an ally, but I haven't really been on the front lines trying to, you know, make change for things. So I'm really enjoying it. But I also skipped ahead to this. Oh, I want to do this too, to take a picture. I don't want to cover the. And then I skipped ahead and I'm reading this as well. While we were babysitting our grandson, I started reading this. Visions, Trips, and Crowded Rooms by Who and What You See Before You Die. David Kessler, co-author with Elizabeth Kubler-Ross of Life Lessons and On Grief and Grieving. Those are other books that they did. So Visions, Trips, and Crowded Rooms. It has to do with like deathbed visions. So what people see before they die. Trips is that a lot of people before they pass away, they like this is when people are in the hospital or in hospice, palliative care and stuff, and they are days away from their death. They might have deathbed visions where they see loved ones who have passed away before somebody coming to get them. They tend to talk about, some of them will talk about trips that they need to go on. They need to pack because they're going somewhere. They need to get the tickets ready. And so that's what the trips is. And crowded rooms is because a lot of, some of them, they will say that there's a lot of, well, who are all these people in the room? There's all these people, some that they know, some that they don't know in the room and stuff. And so, yes, it's just, again, they presented it in a way where whether you believe in this stuff or not, this is the thing too, whether you believe in the spirit world or not, if people at the end of their life are having these visions and they're comforting to them, if a woman is passing away and she sees her husband who already passed away there to help her cross over, whether you believe you die and you get buried and that's it, or there is an afterlife, if it's comforting to her in the time of her death, who are you to dismiss it? Just let her believe it, let her go with it, and accept it. And the way that the book is written is in a way that they're not telling you to believe it or not. It's just experiences that nurses, doctors, loved ones, and people have had in their own lives and stuff like that with people who have, on their way out. And this is actually, I've always wanted to do I want to collect stories of good deaths. I know that sounds funny, but it's like when somebody has I've told you guys this before. I had a friend, Margaret Rose, who suffered from cancer for many, many years, and her death, I wasn't there when she died, but she chose, it's called MAID in Canada. It's medically assisted, I can't remember what the I stands for, death. So it's like assisted death, where she chose when to go, and it was, the sun was shining in, and she had her friends holding her hands, and it was a beautiful, beautiful death. And I want to collect stories of things like that. I have another one that I have too, but just things where when the person has passed away, even though it's sad and we're going to miss them, it wasn't the worst way to go. So I would like to collect those stories from people I know. But it says here, this book provides answers and comforts on death and the grieving process. Highly recommended. That was Yoga Magazine who said it. David Kessler, one of the most renowned experts on death and grief, takes on 3 uniquely shared experiences that challenge our ability to explain and fully understand the mystery of our final days. The first is visions. As the dying lose sight of this world, some people appear to be looking into the world to come. The second shared experience is getting ready for a trip. The phenomenon of preparing oneself for a journey isn't new or unusual. In fact, during our loved ones' last hours, they may often think of their impending death as a transition or a journey. These trips may seem to us to be all about leaving, but for the dying, they may be more about arriving. Finally, the third phenomenon is crowded rooms. The dying often talk about seeing a room full of people as they constantly repeat the word crowded. In truth, we never die alone. Just as loving hands greeted us when we were born, so will loving arms embrace us when we die. In the tapestry of life and death, we may begin to see connections to the past that we missed in life. While death may look like a loss to the living, the last hours of a dying person may be filled with fullness rather than emptiness. In this fascinating book, Kessler brings us stunning stories from the bedside of the dying that will educate, enlighten, and comfort us all. And then it just talks about the author, David Kessler. So that is what I'm reading right now. I guess that's what I'm going to do for this question for this week. It's not necessarily about planning your end of life, but put in your book if you, you know what, write about what your best death would look like. If you could choose how and when and where you passed away, what it would look like. Would it be with your family all around you? Would it be with music playing? Would it be alone? Would you rather be alone if you were passing away? Now, obviously, this is hypothetical, and we don't know how we're going to go, or if we're going to be sick, if we're going to be in pain, if we're going to be lucid, or anything like that. But if it was your best death and you got to decide how and where you went, then, like again, we've talked about like, would you want palliative care and hospice? Would you rather die at home, or would you, you know, if it's at all possible, would you rather be sitting in a chair or lying in a bed, comfortable? You know, would you? So let's talk about our best case scenario. Some people would love to pass away sleeping, but some people would rather pass away like skydiving or jumping off a cliff into a lake, or like doing, you know, in a if they're a race car driver, dying race, like doing what they love. So it's your best death. So that is what the question is going to be this week, is what is your best death situation? I know that my mom says that once I start talking about death, she shuts us off because she thinks she has everything planned, her funeral and everything else. But there's too many questions and all of this stuff that I'm sure that there's something that she hasn't thought of yet. So I hope that everybody is well, that this finds you well. We will see you next week. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's the last day of July. I cannot believe it. Where has it gone? Summer's going so quickly. Let's hope that we have better weather this week for me to be out in the garden. I have a sprained ankle. My right ankle is sprained, so I can't do a lot in the garden that I normally do. And I'm trying to just like not be on it too much and let it heal. But I'm still getting slowly some stuff done. Anyways, I love you guys. Have a good night, and we will see you next Sunday, same time, same place. I'm going to post this, so if you have just started watching, or you're like, this will be posted in a few minutes and you can watch from the beginning if you want. Thank you, Aislinn, for being my guest. Love you guys, and we'll see you next week if I have a different guest. I don't know yet if I'm having a guest or not, but we'll see next week. Love you. Bye.